first episode in a few weeks. This is our, I don't want to say lethal lockdown because Impact kind of has that, more of like the
quarantine special.
I wasn't going to go there, but yeah, the lethal quarantine episode. As you can tell, we're all in our separate locations, so none of us can infect each other.
Social distancing.
Social distancing. We've got this. And for the first time in about, 2 months, 2.5 months, the Four Horsemen ride again. All four of us back together. Let me just throw out there who we
I gotta
got
get
with
it in.
us.
Hang on one second. The Four Horsemen are back. I had to do it. Go ahead.
So the Horsemen ride again. Here, sorry, I'm outside. Mosquitoes. Train of thought. Got to get back into this. And riding with us is none other than Grandma Wendy.
Naked Grandma! Naked, huh?
And we have in one of the corners, because last time I picked a corner, he wasn't there, the clown himself, the Spanish god, dude with the man bun, my man, Jose. and we're also joined by our soundboard extraordinaire, jack of all trades, master of none, pneumonia having soundboard guy, Dom. Get better, dude.
Hey, yo.
I'm trying. That's
then,
zero mastery right there.
And then there's me. The MJF scarf wearing, high class being, Bruce.
That was kind of anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Pathetic.
I'm missing you.
Did you just
That's
say
what
pathetic?
it is.
No, it was a little anticlimactic. It was like, build up, Bruce.
Cricket. I know. Sorry. I'm sick. I'm not used to this anymore. My bad.
We're a little out
At
of
least
practice.
it's not coronavirus.
Whew, thank God. We're a little out of tune, out of practice, but we're here.
Yeah.
We're talking wrestling.
And we washed our hands.
Yes.
Oh,
Some of us.
So dry.
So dry.
So wrinkly.
Well, that's normal for me. Come on!
Yeah. So, can we say that, yeah, there's been a shit ton that's actually gone on in the world of wrestling since the last time we've had a show?
Oh, yeah, there's been a shit ton going on in the world in general.
Yeah, no, definitely.
We're staying inside the box of wrestling. Stay in the box.
We're staying in
or
the
a
ring.
circle. Is that a box? Square. There we go. Just like that. I was like, how do you do DDP?
Diamond upside down.
So let's go back a few months.
Back in
time.
Can't even that far back.
Back in time to late 2019.
Wow.
Where we had a discussion
Mm-hmm.
after a certain Japanese pay-per-view happened. And it was a gigantic 2-night extravaganza. I believe it was Wrestle Kingdom, if I'm correct.
It was.
And we had this discussion about what if WrestleMania went 2 nights.
Oh,
I think
that's
Jose got kind of into this one. This one was like all him on this one.
I think I might have been the only one that said it could happen.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, you got your wish, guys.
You
got your wish, guys. No crowd.
Yeah, but so yes, it has been official. WWE is going 2 nights of WrestleMania. 2, not 1, but 2. And I actually think this will benefit them with the scenario and how it is right now with empty arena shows. I sure in the hell would not sit through 5 hours of wrestling in the PC. in one day, in one night? No.
I mean, if we're talking about WrestleMania last year, it's more like 7. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be like 4 hours each day. So 8
This would
hours.
be at least they're
minutes.
trying to break it up and give you like 3-4 hours one day, 3-4 hours the next day. Like that's doable.
Yeah.
At least you think it's doable because you watch some of these, shows they've already put out without at the PC, and you're like, you know?
This is what the 20 minutes I've been watching just now. I'm like, oof. I can't imagine like sitting through all of WrestleMania like that, which would be what, 20 hours of our lives?
Yeah.
It would feel like it.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So, what do you think? What do you guys think the major downfall of this WrestleMania is going to be besides the empty arena? Like, do you think that's going to be like the major downfall, or do you think there's just going to be other parts to it, just being 2 days?
That's going to be a big part of it. I think the other part, really, considering there's no crowd and his experience in this, is Gronk hosting the whole damn thing. Yeah. Because, I mean, he's had a cup of coffee in WWE, and obviously he's back tonight. He's going to host WrestleMania, but he's not exactly the most intelligent guy to begin with, and
that's very gentle of you.
And he's not exactly the most like verbal. Can I put it that way? So it's gonna be a little rough for him to host WrestleMania and then know like you have to hit this spot or this mark or say this at this time, when he doesn't really seem to do a whole lot of thinking. I mean,
he don't really got to worry all about that. This WrestleMania, they don't even really got to worry about all that.
Well, you kind of have to worry about it more when you don't have a crowd. You're just going from match to match, and you need somebody to kind of segue you in, and that guy is Gronk.
Nah.
Listen, Gronk's my boy.
I know.
He brought me. He brought my team 3 Super Bowls. Helped bring my team 3 Super Bowls.
I know.
Facts.
Couldn't get him that one in the 2017 though. That's all.
But
Flying.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't even know if I'm gonna watch this WrestleMania. To be quite honest with you. The worst part about this whole thing, or the best part for Vince McMahon, is if they're gonna pump in crowd noise and stuff like that, like they said they're gonna, or possibly think about doing, is at least Roman will get cheered when he wins the title.
Yeah, nobody will boo Roman Reigns. Nobody will cheer for CM Punk.
I guarantee.
CM Punk ain't coming.
It'll be Vince McMahon's favorite show of all time because those things will go down. Like, nobody's going to boo Brock. Nobody's going to boo Roman. Nobody's going to chant for CM Punk. Nobody's going to have AEW shirts in the crowd. You know?
It'll be so cheesy though if they have like the studio audience noises essentially. Like, what are we watching, Frasier or something? I love Frasier, don't get me wrong, but there's a time and place for canned laughs and canned audience.
They pull out like the
all they need is
like
Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn sitting in the crowd. That's all they need.
Right?
There we go. Perfect.
That is
as long as it's not, oh, and the crowd goes wild.
That's what it's gonna be. We're gonna, you know what we're gonna hear after Roman slays Goldberg. You deserve it. That's what we're gonna hear. You deserve it. That's the exact chant we're gonna fucking hear.
It's gonna be like WWE jobbers at Gorilla with microphones going, "You deserve it."
and everyone's gonna be throwing shit at their TV screens.
EC3 will finally have something to do. You deserve it.
Look, they're gonna have R-Truth, they're gonna have EC3, they're gonna have Drake Maverick, and they're gonna have all of the cruiserweights in the crowd because they don't do nothing anyways.
Well, now remember, they can't have more than 10.
It has to spread out.
I mean, the cameraman counts.
Well, Triple H is the cameraman.
That was funny. Triple H doing like cameraman duty and sitting at the table at the same time. Like, he was fucking hilarious.
He actually is like pretty low key funny. I mean, come on, let's not forget like all the funny stuff he did with DX.
Oh,
He's
absolutely.
just hysterical.
Oh no, he could be a funny dude when he was to be, but him at the table on last week's SmackDown, and then like holding the camera and recording Cole while he's got the headset on, and he's doing commentary at the same time. I was dying, kind of literally because I had pneumonia, but at the same time,
Figuratively as well.
in every essence of the word, I was dying.
So, do you think we'll see wrestlers in the crowd at WrestleMania?
I think we have a better chance of it now.
Segue over now.
I think we have a better chance of it now since it seemed to work out so well for Dynamite.
Exactly.
They did it correctly though.
Segue.
You see how I did that, Jose, without putting anything down?
I saw where you were going. I saw what you did
see
there.
Where I was going? Segue.
The more you know.
So that's.
It's so good to be back. I missed y'all.
I love this. I love this. So speaking of empty arena, or should I say, not empty arena, amazing.
Not
show.
so empty arena. Not so.
It was. Jose, please give me your thoughts on Dynamite before I just spew from the mouth and take everything everybody wants to fucking say.
Oh, I fucking love it. It was awesome. Sammy was the highlight of the night.
I knew it.
It was fucking magnificent.
Him singing, man. Oh
Voice
my
of a god.
You know,
I said it.
I said it off camera. I'm going to say it again. You know, for a singer, that Sammy Guevara is a hell of a wrestler. That's all I'm.
I don't know. My boy's taking Sean Spears' money.
Oh, that was my favorite part. MJF
yelling at Ray
on the match.
And yelling at Ray Phoenix to make an El Tago.
Yeah.
El Tago. El Tago.
He told Chucky.
Potato.
You're in great shape for a potato.
My God. Like, oh my God.
Oh. We're not worthy.
I love what he tweeted at the end of the night, though. He was like, he reposted the video of Sammy singing and was like, the wine was a little strong last night.
I'm sorry. You know I bust on him here and there or whatever, but for God's sakes, some days MJF is the gift we don't deserve. Like, dude, that Dynamite.
That's pretty good.
He was killing me. I swear to God.
Dude, when him and Spears were first in the crowd, I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then it showed him betting on the Lucha Brothers and
Tony,
best friends. I was like,
takedown stuff.
And Tony's like, are you guys gambling on the match? Hey, those are serious allegations. You want in on this action?
And it was funny. It was like it's because they showed MJF and Spears, and then all of a sudden, a few minutes later, Wardlow and what the fuck? I can't remember his freaking name now.
Project Snake with
No, Tully Blanchard. Those
oh,
two were out
Tully.
there.
Sure.
And then like a couple more minutes into the match, they go to the other side of the ring, and you got
There's
SCU and Sonny Kiss and Joey Janela,
and Colt Cabana ended up joining them.
Colt Cabana was out there.
I love when Kip got in Cabana's face, and he was just like, "Get out of here, smack!"
Colt slapped him like he was his daddy. Just bah!
I don't have time for your toddling garbage. Fuck, get out of here.
Colt made him his bitch.
Kip walked away like, "Are you my dad?"
I'm sorry, Dad.
No,
You're not my real dad, boo.
He's MJF's dad.
No, that's that's Brucey. Oh God.
You know what really fucked me up during Dynamite is when I posted on Facebook before the show, and I think it was a comment in our group, and I Top Rope Wrestling Talk on Facebook. Then I said Uno said the Exalted one was gonna be here, and I was like, yeah, it's probably gonna be a dark screen with a
with a voice modulator.
With a voice, and you're not gonna be able to see him. And sure as shit, dude, they start the freaking video. It's all blurry. I was like, his voice. I'm like, you motherfuckers.
When I saw that was the first thing I thought. I was like, man, Bruce is gonna be pissed if this is all there is.
And then Brody comes out that bitch and reminds everybody
Oh,
who the fuck he is.
And it was funny because it was like someone commented like, even when he started talking, we didn't know who it was because we never heard him talk before.
Not really, no. Here and there, little things.
But with the voice warped a little bit, and then it started to clear up, and I was like, wait, is it?
I was just so glad it wasn't fucking Raven. Fuck you, Dom.
Oh, yeah,
It wasn't Raven.
Hey, I'm cool with it. I just thought
I was just sitting there, I was like, is that a beard? Is that a beard? Once I saw it was a beard, I was like, it's fucking Brody Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as I saw the beard, I was like, oh shit, it's Brody. But it was great. He even took a jab at Vince McMahon on the way in with the promo. I was like, wow.
Yeah, the promo and he started to do
it almost looked like he was going to do the Sister Abigail right quick, and then he just turned it.
Well, yeah, that's what he did. He did the Sister Abigail into the discus clothesline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was just like popping shots at WWE. Like, don't mind if I do.
Very subtle fuck yous all around, Very subtle.
Did you guys see Bray Wyatt's post on Twitter where he said it's just me and Rowan left, and then Braun chimed in with a picture of himself? Like, what about me?
What about me?
Everybody forgets.
Yo, Braun was busy on social media this week. Between that, and then he turned around and he called Archer a great value version of him, which I was like, yeah, not really, dude. Like, you know how long Archer has been around in comparison to you? Like, it's not even. But nice try. I didn't even know he knew how to use social media until this week.
I don't think he does. Like, I think his fingers are too big for it, and he has to have someone do it for him.
But damn it, that Twitter's gonna get these hands.
Yeah, he's probably got like his girl or someone doing it for him.
Someone with like small fingers, like an assistant strictly dedicated for that.
He probably gets.
I need you to tweet, little fingers.
He and Alexa Bliss are still tight, so he gets her to shoot out all his tweets. She's like, gotcha. Let me give you your phone back. Cookie little.
So can I real quick, just totally off topic, scrolling through the tweets, and this made me laugh. So apparently they have Gronkomania merch, and someone I follow on Twitter was, who the fuck is he? And Lamau, I'm not buying this.
They hating on our boy.
And a little part of Bruce just died right now.
Tweeted, I'll buy a Brock Lesnar shirt before I ever buy a Gronk shirt. Plus, I don't even know who he is. Question mark.
Oh.
I just had to share. Break Bruce's heart a little bit because it was funny. Sorry. Okay, let's go back to what we were discussing.
If we can, I need to get in touch with AEW and have them come out with a shirt that says Gronk who.
I'd buy that shirt.
Oh, poor Bruce. He looks so distraught. Between this and Tom Brady going to Tampa, it's just.
Off all of wrestling, and since you brought that up, I'm excited about this rebuild, man. I'm excited. This is the chance. This is the season where we see who the GOAT really was. Is it Brady or is it Belichick?
True. Very true. But, skipping back to Dynamite.
Now.
There was so much more.
Oh, my God. The man advantage.
Did anybody not know that was going to go to the Inner Circle, though, before the show even started? Is there ever a War Games match? And I know it's not called that, but is there ever like a War Games match where the heels don't have the man advantage?
I had a little bit of doubt because they said PNP into the ring, and they've been making them lose since, like, I don't know, the moment they step foot in fucking
Forever.
Yeah, exactly. And I've been real salty about that. That's another story for another time, friends. So I was like, all right, we'll see what they do.
They need to
Right there with your girlfriend, right there with you.
They need to go join like the Lucha Brothers and Pac and make it like the Death Pentagon. You see what I did there, though, right?
No, they just need to kick Pac's little pasty behind out.
But then it's not the Death Pentagon.
I like the Death Triangle. I think that's a great pair.
It is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. Yeah, but it was up in the air for a minute, but as soon as that quick roll up came in, I was like, "Oh shit, this is done." Like,
Yeah.
I honestly with AEW, I don't try to I don't go into the shows like, oh my god, I already know this guy's gonna win, because you really don't know.
No, I like that. I appreciate that.
not always, not always.
No,
Which is,
I mean, there are times, but I mean, 85% of the time, you really have no idea. You know,
That's true.
and I enjoy that. But yeah, the Inner Circle, yeah. I honestly thought Moxley was gonna be the guy to take Nick's spot.
I did too. I figured, with the feud that he's got going on with the Inner Circle, they just kind of
I'm glad the hobo wasn't.
But that moment
We
where
all know the hobo's gonna show up anyway. So I mean,
that moment where Jericho and the Inner Circle are like gloating on the ramp, and all of a sudden you hear that noise and you see Vanguard. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I was like,
yes.
I was like, are we doing this?
I was like,
right.
I was really thinking to myself, I was like, man, it hasn't been 90 days yet. Matt was just like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm going. He probably didn't have that clause in his contract.
No, I think Matt. No, I think Matt did what Ambrose did, and his contract just went out.
Yeah,
he didn't have the.
He stayed till his contract was up, so he could just go. But yeah, when I saw, and I hadn't seen Vanguard 1 in a minute too, so that kind of made me happy. I was like, oh.
How do you feel about his new deity?
Oh, Damascus. It sounds interesting. I want to see how it plays out, but I mean, he's supposed, if you listen to his rants on Twitter, it's supposed to be a more powerful god, all this other stuff, more violent, and I'm like, really, worse than what we already saw? Fuck yeah.
I'm kind of excited to see what comes of it.
Well, he get in his latest Free the Delete, you got a little taste of his new deity, and the guy that he was feuding with in Free the Delete, I think, is now going to be coming to AEW to be his tag team partner / lackey, like his brother Nero,
his new Shannon Moore.
Yes. I actually.
Damn it! Why couldn't they get Shannon Moore? No,
that's what I was just thinking.
I love Shannon Moore, though. To be honest,
it was good. It was.
But I don't think it would have gotten over as well, though, because of where they were together in WWE.
Yeah, they did try it in Impact. Let's just let them go.
Yeah. Speaking of Impact, have you guys watched that lately?
No, I've been out of the loop a little bit.
Yeah, I'm a couple weeks
behind. So, Brian Cage.
Oh no, I know he's not there because he has the bicep and he got surgery and then he's just been kind of laying low. Melissa wasn't there for a while, but they said she's back doing the Twitch feed. I haven't seen it. The last I saw was some weird Canadian guy who couldn't read the feed while he was trying to read comments because it was going too fast for him. He's like, "Whoa, hold on there, buckaroo." It was pathetic. It was kind of one of the reasons I tuned out. I was like, fuck this.
And NWA Power straight been canceled?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they could do empty arena too. I mean, they only have 200 people at their shows anyway.
That's probably anybody could do an empty arena show, but then they have to have the budget to do it. And that's where, smaller companies are like, we really don't have this. We got all these lights and cameras and bullshit. We don't have the money to really get them up and going to, make an actual show without a crowd.
Now let's pump the brakes on that real quick. I mean, WWE went to their fucking performance center, someplace that they have.
Yeah.
AEW went to the pavilion right next to the Jaguar Stadium.
Right, but if you watch that show and you've been reading reports, we're not even sure there's going to be a Dynamite next week. They put this show out, but then they were saying on the show, and then there's been reports during the week that like they don't know when Dynamite will be back because they don't have the kind of.
Because if you notice during the episode, they weren't saying next week; they were saying next.
They were saying
Dynamite.
next time we see you, or next time Dynamite airs, we will have this match, or we will have blood guts, or we will have this and that. But then we're not saying next week. Even at the beginning when they did the whole dark promo with Cody and Kenny, even Kenny brought up the fact that like we may not even have a Dynamite next week, so we're just going to give you whatever we can give you tonight.
Unless they're just saying that to like throw us off a little bit or like give us all.
I hope.
I don't know what this is, but this is what we're getting.
I like it. I'm gonna start doing that shit too. Dance partying.
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
I'm all jacked up on Dr. Pepper and cream soda.
I threw Chip War medals off the bridge.
Like spider monkey.
I'll rip your face off.
You dusty old fart.
First generation, my ass.
I think we all have a touch of cabin fever instead of coronavirus.
Yeah. It's lost.
I want to go fast.
If you're not first, you're last.
Anarchy, anarchy. I don't know what it is, but I like it.
I like it.
Yeah, it's I would hope they're just throwing us off, but they've been saying like the next time we see you, or there might not be a Dynamite. Like WWE obviously has the money and the facilities to pull off these kind of shows, but a lot of the other promotions don't. Like ROH is totally shut down. Impact will be shutting down once they show you everything they've already recorded. NWA shut down. You know, everybody except for basically WWE and hopefully AEW is pretty much out of business right now. Because they don't have the money to like pay their talent, put on their shows if they don't have that revenue coming in from ticket sales. And on top of it, with AEW, they were supposed to use like Daly's Place or something.
That's what they did.
Oh, was that it? Because they were saying
about
how the CDC was going to come in and shut it down because it was apparently a hot spot for coronavirus too.
Bro, Daly's Place is an outdoor arena.
Mm-hmm.
It's where they did Fight for the Fallen.
I remember. I'm just going on what was said. That's all. I don't know if it's a bullshit report or not. I'm just going on what
it was probably some bullshit. Fucking What the fuck is that noise?
For once, it's not me eating.
We're opening your beer.
It was me moving my cookies. Carry on.
Moving your fat ass.
He's over there tossing his cookies while we're doing a show.
Oh my god.
You leave me and my Oreos alone.
So what, like, I'm just trying to hit on every little topic because it's been so fucking long since we've done a show.
I know, right?
Not too long.
And really, a lot has happened.
You know, I know we already talked about Matt Hardy's debut, which was great. Yeah. We talked about Brody Lee's debut, which again was great. I actually kind of like Dark Order now, but that's neither here nor there.
Join the order. Join us.
Hang on, I'm gonna
get on. We did not talk about how sad Stone Cold was.
No, we should get that. The thing that I was going to bring up was, what did you think of that whole big get they did with Lance Archer where they had like the open tryouts or whatever, and they had the ring surrounded by people. He's just kicking the shit out of everybody, like choke slamming people into cars. And I thought it was cool. It was definitely some Hardy compound type shit, but it was cool.
So weird. Some of those weird vignettes they do feel very like Art School Dropout.
Like Darby Allin.
Yes.
Everything Darby does is kind of feeling like Art School Dropout, you know?
Fair.
He does give off that vibe a little bit.
Like, they gave Wardlow a similar one to Archer's. He's like, walk with the hot pig. And then...
Uh-oh.
We blame it on the government.
Yeah,
Her computer's got coronavirus. Because we can see you moving, but we can't hear a damn thing.
Do I need to be louder?
All we could hear was us hissing in the background.
I just want you to know, I hope like the recording picked it up, but everything you just said when you were getting all active and getting into it, we had no fucking clue what
she's wearing pants doing the Grandma Wendy dance. Just
you got all into you started talking about Wardlow and then it cut out. We didn't hear a word.
There we go. Said. There's a good topic. Wendy, Wardlow's debut. Your thoughts?
Okay. All right. No. So the whole Archer thing, right? Can you guys hear me?
Oh, yes.
The whole thing with Archer, they did a similar one with Wardlow, where it was like him going up against a whole bunch of dudes, and they started one by one, and then he was like, "Oh, I'm a beast, and I beat everybody." Similar thing with Archer.
His was more Lucha Underground type vignette than Archer's was, because it was like a bunch of random dudes just show up and he like fist fights them and beats the crap out of them in the streets. It felt like Cage debuting in Lucha Underground is all I'm saying. They had the same type of thing.
Similar. It was, I don't know. I wish they'd have done them differently, but they just felt too similar.
Fair enough. I was waiting for her to say "damn daddy." That was it.
Oh, sorry.
Because every time you bring up Wardlow, that's all you hear, 2 words.
Hey, Jose's sleeping.
He went all Peter Avalon on me while I was drinking my soda.
You just like abuelo mode.
Jose's all in the conversation. He's looking at he's like.
But yes, the next thing we should talk about is Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, he kicked Byron Saxton square in the dick.
Wait, let me get as much reaction as Stone Cold did on Raw. If you want to hear about 316 Day, give me a hell yeah! Why? Why?
I saw that and I was like, were we supposed to scream hell yeah on our couches? Like,
was Byron Saxton supposed to scream hell yeah? Was it?
Was the camera guy supposed to be like, hell yeah?
And then he said, "Yeah, I said if you want to hear it," it's like nobody's gonna say hell yeah. I don't know if you noticed this. There's nobody there.
The fact that he was in an empty performance center.
Oh, it would have helped him so much better if they had wrestlers around the ring.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, if they had more than Byron Saxton giving him a hand, maybe it would have went off a little better.
I would have kicked him in the dick too if he didn't say hell yeah.
That's probably why I kicked him in the dick.
Anyways, but
that was the highlight of that show too, by the way, because I noticed it.
Honestly, we would have kicked him in the dick anyway. So
yeah, regardless.
I think at least on this show, anybody's reaction to like meeting Byron Saxton in person would be kicking him in the dick. I would. I can't stand that son of a bitch.
I'd kick him in the dick and be like, Graves paid me to do it.
As soon as Austin kicked him and I noticed it didn't land where it was supposed to land and Byron's eyes bugged out, I was like, yes!
Oh, he was laying on the mat like, oh.
Mommy!
He was like, I said every 20 minutes. That's what McMahon did. You'll be fine.
Just sit on a bag of frozen peas, Byron. You'll be good.
Oh, it was the best part was when Austin went to Twitter on Tuesday to apologize and show the gif of him kicking him in the dick, saying he was sorry for kicking him in the dick, but he kept showing the gif.
But here's the footage.
Kicked him, stunned
him. We watched that video, man. I was like, watch, rewind.
Again. That's when they needed to pump in like crowd noise or have the jobbers in the back going, "You deserve it." When Byron got kicked in the dick, "You deserve it."
I had Vince be in the background and make some comment being like, "I know how that feels."
Right.
I think at least three of us on this show know how that feels. That's not a good feeling.
Me, Dom, and Wendy.
Yep.
Oh shit. I'm not well. Y'all are making me sweat and shit.
So can we just talk about the evolution of Becky Lynch real quick? Just real quick. I just want to talk about the evolution of like where she was a year ago to where she is right now.
Oh yeah, I mean it's kind of a double-edged sword for me because like when she was a year ago, she was kind of just like the person in the background who was winning matches and never really went anywhere or got beat by the same part, like couldn't get over the hump with Charlotte and whatever else. And then finally she did, and she got on top. She got this whole man gimmick, and everything went well. But as it's going on, she's kind of gotten to be a little bit of a tool. Like I don't know if it's Seth rubbing off or what, but she's kind of gotten to be a little bit of a dick.
Like.
But they're trying to make her like. I'm sorry, Bruce. What?
No, you're good.
Oh no, it's like they're trying to make her a female Conor McGregor. It's just not working.
It's almost like they're trying to make her a female Stone Cold, and it's really not working. Like stealing ambulances and popping beers with Stone Cold. Talking all this trash and cursing and where's it? It just seems like they're trying to turn her into a female Stone Cold, and it's like she's somewhat. But the thing is, like, it doesn't fit her, but she's so much better than that at the same time.
It's really douchey how they're making her, and I just I can do without it.
This is the way I see it. Super babyface when she came in. Super babyface. Over, everybody loved her. Had the goggles and all that stuff. Whatever.
Oh yeah.
Then she became a fucking heel, a real heel.
Oh yeah.
A real jumping out the crowd, beating the tar out of Charlotte, like real deal bottom fucking heel.
And the funny part was...
And then everyone fell in love with her even
more. I was going to say, and the funny part was, everybody still fucking loved her.
Yeah. So we go from the heel that we want to see for about a month and a half to a Stone Cold tweener.
Yeah, like this
type
weird
gimmick.
Yeah.
And now she thinks she's Conor McGregor.
Yeah. I mean, and thank God they actually went with it and let her get over because, I mean, she could have turned into like the female Rusev and just gotten over no matter what they gave her. And they were like, yeah, buried. At least they didn't do that with Becky because I love her and I'm glad that she is where she is.
Rusev's problem was Rusev. Anyways, continue.
I fucking hate you.
Facts is facts, bro. He never got over by himself.
So, like,
you're welcome.
I love Becky Lynch. Like,
oh, I know you do.
But I'm with you, Dom. Like, they've totally turned her into a tool.
Yeah, like, I love Becky.
Even I'm like not even happy when she comes out. I'm like, oh hey,
because they want to take the title off of her, and they don't want people to still want her to have the title. So when they take it off of her, the majority ain't gonna give a damn because they're tired of seeing her have it.
No, she's had it over a year, so
yeah.
So now they're making her annoying. So that when they do take it off, they won't have that negative effect that they would if she was still popular-ish with the crowd.
You know what, Jose? I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying you're a wise man, and no one in WWE is that smart.
Vince is that smart when he wants to be.
Sure don't see it.
Yeah.
Are you trying to tell me Heyman ain't that smart?
No.
Heyman might be that smart, but Heyman's got a boss.
Heyman didn't even know how to write checks properly.
Oh, he knew how to write them. He just didn't have the money for them. There's a difference. He wrote them, and they were made out of rubber, baby. They just boing right. Heyman wrote checks his ass could literally not cash. No, Heyman's a smart man, but even he has a boss, and that boss thinks things should go a certain way, like throwing dog food on people and, all this goofy, go out there and say, give me a hell yeah, oh, good shit. There's nobody there. No, I'll do it anyway.
They don't even have ghosts. There's nobody in there. There's nothing. There's not even like that spirit of WrestleMania's past. There's nothing.
It's not even going to be exciting. Like,
the crowd is going to be filled with vacant and all of his family.
The thing is, with WrestleMania, there's a few matches I'm looking forward to. And I wonder if they're just going to be lame since it's going to be at the PC, no crowd, no whatever, or if that's actually, or if it's going to actually like bring more out of these people. Like, I'm really looking forward to like Rhea and Charlotte. I'm kind of looking forward to Becky and Shayna because I called that one.
I have a feeling you're about to be really disappointed, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
They just need to show this shit on TV.
They really do. They need to just put it on USA and say fuck it.
No, they got Fox.
One night on USA and one night on Fox.
Isn't it funny that before all this coronavirus crap, there were all these reports saying that like WWE was going to sell all their pay-per-view rights to ESPN?
Mm-hmm. They still can.
They still are.
Well, they certainly ain't going to do it with this shit.
Well, no, not right now, but it's actually they're going to be actually selling it to Disney.
And which reminds me, I'm sorry, like Bruce said, there's a lot that's been going on. I wanted to know from you guys, if that were to happen, like if WWE just sends all their pay-per-views to ESPN, how many of us are getting rid of our network?
Mine's already off.
I still have it for the moment, but I don't. If they ship the pay-per-views off, it would be like deuces. Sorry. Like, it's not that I don't watch I watch a lot of ECW stuff on there, and I check out some of the specials, but it's not going to be worth it without paper.
I got Disney Plus, though. Put it on the ESPN shit, and I'll be straight.
Oh, it's on ESPN Plus, so that's where they're going.
Yeah, that's the thing. You would have to instead of paying like $9.99 a month getting the pay-per-views, you'd have to pay for the pay-per-view, which is going to be more than like $50 for AEW. Then you're going to have to pay for ESPN Plus on top of that. So you can't just get the pay-per-view. You got to pay for the subscription, then you buy the pay-per-view. So you're showing out like $70 for each one of these shows, at least. I don't think WWE is worth it. I mean, if people are complaining that AEW shows are too expensive, WWE shows are out of your fucking mind at $70.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
I got websites.
But yeah. But I don't want to compare because I know Jose will get upset. But AEW's pay-per-views have been just a teensy bit better than most of the WWE pay-per-views this year. The only difference is you get quantity out of WWE. You get one like there's a pay-per-view every fucking week. It's like, oh, here comes Super Showdown. Here comes Elimination Chamber. Breathe for 2 seconds. We're gonna have WrestleMania.
Maybe.
Maybe. Some version. Some semblance of WrestleMania. It'll be 2 nights with no crowd at a tiny PC in Orlando.
We're lucky.
If we're lucky.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're talking about going to Madison Square Garden.
They had, but that was only if the PC got shut down. Because there was a report saying that like if it did, then the insurance would pay out for WrestleMania, and they could then turn and move the venue someplace else and try to move it to Madison Square Garden, say June, when all this shit blew over, and have like a full-fledged show.
That's very
in about a month and a half, 2 months, we're gonna have some stupid ass storyline about this shit in WWE.
Oh yeah.
We had it a couple years ago. Don't you remember Moxley with the gas mask?
True.
Saying how all the fans were dizzy.
Yeah, the hobo's gonna bring it back in AEW. There you go.
Who knew Vince McMahon was ahead of his time?
Fucking Simpsons.
Fucking yeah. The Simpsons seem to predict everything.
Don't they always? You know what I'm saying? Don't they always though? Don't they?
Yeah.
They do. I think one year they predicted the exact Super Bowl end score. I was like, what?
They predicted our fucking president too.
Sadly, yes.
Fucking blew my mind with that one, bro.
I remember watching that episode and fucking laughing. Yeah, right. That's never gonna happen.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen. Fuck that.
Hey, USA's like, here, hold my beer.
Pretty much.
It's like, no, really.
It might make sense.
Seriously, who's president? No, can't be. Oompa Loompas are from a whole other country. He can't.
You know, we gotta stop talking about this stuff because we're gonna turn viewers away.
I guess certain viewers might turn away.
Waka.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been an amazing show.
It really has.
Yeah. I really missed you
Been
guys.
great. Been fun.
Yeah,
Since
it was.
we're gonna have Lethal Quarantine episode 2 next week, hopefully, after some more because this isn't a 2-part show. It's not a 3-part show. This is gonna be like a 7-series show because we're probably gonna be like Lethal Quarantine for a little while and like
So at least April.
I mean, my kids are off school until April 15th, so
Right, mine about the same.
I'm out of the office until May 15th, so we'll see.
I'm just glad to look around and not see my child for the first time in like a week. It's like, oh, he's not here. Oh, I'm free.
I'm glad to actually talk to people.
You know, like actual adults. I'm talking about like
I don't know
wrestling.
about adults, but
Well,
Enough?
technically.
I mean, I'm
I can.
technically an adult.
We got 3 technical adults and a grandma.
And a man bun.
We're not
Hey.
gonna-
Next time he rocks the He Hive, right here.
Little top knot.
The He Hive. What the fuck? So,
Can you put some chopsticks in that bun next time?
It's not a bun.
Can you make it like up top and put little chopsticks in it? Real like 90s girl kind of thing.
I tell you what.
Get a
you
clown
wear
figure.
man bun. I'll do the Lou Albano with the
The rubber
band.
Oh my god.
I don't even know how to do the bun thing. How to do? I'll figure it out.
You got a wife.
Spiral bobby pins make it so much easier. You just bloop, and then you don't have to worry about it. I can send some to you if you want some.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on this very special episode of Top Rope Wrestling Talk. You can find us on Facebook at Top Rope Wrestling Talk. You can find us on Twitter at Top Rope WT. Been a little while. And then you can also find us on Pod Dom.
You could find us wherever podcasts are made or listened to, or you can go to our website, anchor.fm/TRWT. Our site will pop up. You'll see all our episodes there. You'll see every platform we're on. Pick something, subscribe to us, follow, listen, have fun with it. Give us some comments, give us some ratings, give us some stuff that we could use on this show. That would be fucking great.
And don't forget about YouTube. Click the
Right.
like button, subscribe, and comment down below. Subscribe. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for Wendy, Jose, and Dom, I'm Bruce, and we're out.